Let's continue with those transform commands. Next one is align. Let's create a few boxes really fast. And now if I want to align all those, I can select them, go to top view, and then I can click on this align button. And I have few options here. I can snap those like this to horizontal center or vertical center, to top or bottom line, and also to left and right side. Let's go with this horizontal center. You need to click, and Moy will snap all those and align them in this way. So you can do that with align tool, and with orient you can rotate your elements to a specific face. Let's say you have something like this and you want to orient this smaller box to this face here. You can select it and then use this orient command, and with this first option, which is also called orient, you can pick base origin. So let's pick this origin here in the center point of that face, and I have this preview of this origin, so this will be my z-axis. I want to be that in this way, so I can hit done, but you can adjust base axis orientation in this step. You can click here and then drag like this if you want to orient it in different way, but let's go with this default setting, hit done, and now I can move this box and snap it to any other element in my scene. So that's how you use all those points if you want to snap this element to them. So you can click and Moy will snap this perfectly. And because we have this make copies turned on, if I hit done, Moy will bring another copy of this box. So I can click second time and then hit done, or right click to confirm, and I have another copy, and so on. So every time I click and then right click to confirm, Moy will bring another copy of this box. So that's how you use this orient command. With second one, which is called line, you can orient your elements between 2 points. So let's say you have this curve here, and I want to use one polyline like this. So if you want to fill this gap between this and this endpoint with this polyline, you can select it and then go to orient, and then you can use this line command. And now you need to click on this start and this endpoint, and now you can click here and here, and Moy will fit this into this gap perfectly, and also it will scale this line uniformly. But you can change this mode. If you go to orient and then click on line, you can change this scaling mode to stretch if you want, and then you can click here and do the same stuff, and now you can stretch this line only in this direction. So this is not uniform scale, so you have those two modes. With third command, you can orient your drawings towards specific viewport here. Let's create, let's say, a star shape like this. So now if you want to rotate this star to be the same in this front view, you can select it and then go to orient, click on this view option. Moy will ask you to click in source view. So this will be my source view. I need to click here and then go to front view, and then I can click and Moy will rotate this towards this front orientation. So again, you need to select your element, click view, click in source view, and then Moy will ask you to click in target view. I can choose this right view now, click, and Moy will rotate this star towards this right viewport. So that's how you rotate your drawings and align them to a specific viewport. And the last command here is really interesting. It's called deform. We have two options, flow and twist. Let's start with this first one. Let's create an object. So with this one, you can deform your meshes, and let's create a few fillets. Okay, like this. So we have this mesh, and now I need to create two surfaces. One will be reference surface, and second one will be target one. Let's create one line like this, and one more here. So I have this and this one, and let's move those two here, but I want to use straight snap because I want to move those like this. And I can select those two, hit loft, hit done, and I have this surface. This will be my reference surface, and you need to put this like this, so it needs to cover. If you see this from this front or back view, it needs to be perfectly aligned to this object like this. And then you can let's go to back view, and you can create another surface here with two curves. Let's do something like this, okay. And now I can select those two lines and hit loft to create another surface. So I have this and this surface. Let's align those, okay, like this. And now I can select this element, go to transform, and then use this deform option. And I will hit this flow button. Moy will ask me to select base, curve, or surface. I can use this one, and it's really important in which location you click. If you click on this top edge like this, you need to click on this top edge on this surface. So let's click here, wait for a second. I have this flip surface normal turned on. Let's turn that off, and now you have this mesh deformed in that way. So that's really powerful technique. You can do really crazy stuff with this one. You need to have one reference and one target surface, and you can deform any mesh. And also you can use multiple meshes at the same time. And also you can go in 3 dimensions, not flat like this. You can create lines in different ways. So let's do that right now. Let's move this point a bit like this, but maybe this is too much for Moy. Let's create a loft surface like this. Let's delete those two curves. And now if we do the same stuff, let's select this and this edge, wait for calculation, and Moy will create something like this, but we have this really big deformation here, and that's why we have this artifact here. But you can use those to create all kinds of deformations. And the next command under deform is also interesting. It's called twist. With that one you can define, let's select this object, hit done. You can define twist axis, and for that I can use, let's say, point here, and let's end at this point. And now Moy will rotate this mesh over this axis in 360, but I can change this angle to, let's say, 1200 degrees, hit OK, and I have more revolutions now. So that's how you use twist option. Let's now move to this scene browser.